that time of the year, we can now plant potatoes. So we are going to use at least this machine. We're broke almost again. As you can see, I'm kind of not really doing what I should be doing, and that is using the full length of the machine, but that's purely because I was struggling to get it to turn around. So we are going to plant potatoes, but we're not going to plant anywhere near as much as what we've planted as far as beetroot is concerned. We're not doing that again. By the way, let's check what our beetroot prices are. Beetroot, okay, they're going up, but still quite a lot lower. So we are broke. We sold more tractors and got ourselves one tractor, which is a Fendt Vario 1050. And let's see how he manages to turn around here, which I've got a funny feeling he's going to struggle. Okay, so it's going to leave me a little bit undone. Okay, so it's going to push it around like that. How about we do this and we just turn around. I'm not quite sure. Stop, you're going too fast. I'm not quite sure how, if it has collision on the ends or not. But if it does, and we do it like this, it's going to allow it to have space to turn around. Okay, so now we own the storage and all these things to do with the potato. So obviously it stands to reason that we are going to utilize it, obviously. Otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose of spending quite a lot of money for it. Now we're going to find out if it has a collision or not. No, it does not. Okay. Now, you know, this is cool, this mod, but it'd be awesome if it's just a little bit shorter, if it wasn't as... Okay, so that's what you're going to do, right? I didn't realize that I could plant backwards, but... Okay, so let's see what happens now if we set the worker to do this. I was actually considering buying this outright, and I may actually do that. Purely because that way it allows me to do a lot more planting without having to worry about time frame. I'd love if someone would do one just a little. I think this is 50 meters. If they would do one, this is a multi-fruit, so it does all the fruit. So this is the beauty with it. I don't need a planter and a seeder. I just use this, and it does everything now. Again, highly unrealistic. Obviously, no, you cannot plant potatoes with a air seeder. That's for sure. Okay, so it's always going to do that and push it like that. Just curious to see what it does. So we can plant potatoes, obviously. We can plant sugar beet, but we're not going to. Sunflower and oats. I think we may do some oats. And grapes and olives. We're not really going to get into that because we have... Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, that's... Alright, it kind of managed it, but that would destroy the cart, obviously, in real life. Yeah, we may do some oats. I believe this is the only field I'm going to do as far as potatoes are concerned. Purely because I don't want to find myself in a situation where we're going to obviously have massive problems. I may end up putting a gate on this side somewhere, purely because, well, that fence is a bit bent, isn't it? Purely because obviously it makes more sense. Why would I not have a gate on this side since I'm going to be carting from this side as well? We do need to look at our production as far as our olives and all that is concerned, purely because we don't know if they have water or not, so we will need to go and have a look into that. So we are planting potatoes, right? Yes, we are. So I do believe I may do these two fields oats. May even be tempted to join these fields together, and that way we don't need to struggle with having just the one field instead of having two fields. All right, we'll let him do his work. All right, so this is the tractor that we got by selling off our, what do we sell? Our JCB. So we got our 1050. I wish I could remember who the modder is, but I can't. It goes up to a ridiculous 1100 horsepower or something like that. But yeah, I don't think in game it actually works that you do this 1100 horsepower thing. Could be wrong, but I don't think it actually works. So John Deere's planting Fendt is rolling. Now I do have a second roller. I may or may not end up bringing them all back here. How quickly the year goes around. You know, I watch real farmers in real life, and it feels really strange to know this. I've watched some of them for about 3 or 4 seasons now. In some cases more than that. People like Millennial Farmer, Brian's Farming, How Farm Works, the rest of the story, One Lonely Farmer, I'm trying to think who else, Called the Corn Star. There's a few other farmers that I watch every now and then. I hope I'm Northern Farmer from Canada. So it's funny, you know, when you think that you've seen what I do in this game, you've seen in real life them doing exactly the same thing. So most of them do, Larson Farms, most of them do just corn and beans, with the exception of Larson Farms, which I believe now do, and Brian's Farming, which do a few different crops. And there's a few organic farmer, again from America somewhere. Tom Peterson or something like that from UK. So I do watch quite a lot of real life farmers, and it's amazing that, you know, I get to see them do the same thing over and over again. Some of them have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so yeah, kind of doesn't feel repetitive to me because I see farmers in real life doing exactly the same thing. All right, we'll go and stop. Where's my John Deere? I still haven't emptied my trucks. Okay, so this is the last pass. Boom, and that's how quickly the field was done. I'm almost tempted to do those as potatoes, but I won't. I won't because, yeah, it's just not gonna work. Alright, well, let's figure out what we're gonna do and set him up to do the new work. Okay, so we are planting oats. I was gonna say canola, but no, we're not planting canola, we're planting oats. You know what, before I go all out, let's make sure that we are, come on. Let's make sure that we are planting oats. Yes, we are. So we are going to plant oats on both of these fields. So I'm just going to treat it as if we're going from one to the other without bothering to acknowledge the little break in between them. So this is why I do like this larger equipment, is because if you do choose to do the work yourself, you know, you can do the work yourself without stressing out over, you know, the humongous amount of time that it will take for you to do the job. Alright, so just tidying up little bits and pieces that were missed by GPS, as it was obvious that I was using GPS, but I used it a bit too late, so I have these little bits and pieces that are requiring me just running over them and fixing it up. You know, I actually didn't mind sitting here doing this, even though the line and all that sort of stuff obviously was done by GPS to make sure that it is straight. A little bit unrealistic, the fact that it doesn't have any collisions, so you can run through trees like I did with that one, but I'll get rid of that tree anyway, so that's okay. I've got a little bit more to take care of over here, where I forgot that I didn't start right at the end of this particular field, and I started halfway through. So GPS was not set up properly here either. It's just bits and pieces right here that I missed, that's it. Okay, let's fold them up. Okay, it was a silly idea to run over the entire field like I just did, but sorry about that. Now I am going to put this guy away for now, even though we still have 3 more fields to take care of. But as you saw, we got weeds that are starting to grow, and at the same time we have 2 fields that we need to plow. So before I go any further, I'm going to put one of the tractors on the plow and get that tractor to get going on doing one of the fields. We'll probably put some sunflower in this particular field over here. I'm just gonna check to see what harvesting, whether they collide with each other or not, and if they don't, sunflower will be the way to go. Now we are going to have one more field somewhere around here, one massive field, or not, and then we're gonna put one more field. Boom, there goes the electricity. Everybody around now hates me because I destroyed their dinner or whatever they were doing, and they no longer have electricity. No, I'm not going to let him go anyway. He's just going to be parked right here. Alright, we'll set everything else up and I'll see you then. Alright, so we've set this guy up. It's going to do sunflower. It'll work out alright as far as harvesting is concerned, so we're not going to have too much of an issue, I hope. So we're going to have potatoes, oats, sunflower, we got some canola over here, and I'm not going to record this, I just thought I'd let you know, that's all. I'm going to go and plow the 2 fields that we need to get plowed so we can get ourselves ready to put something in those fields as well. Okay, I don't know why I left this thing here like this, but I should fix it. I just want to see how he turns around, and then the rest will be fine, which he'll be doing exactly what I thought he'd be doing. I got no fields at the other end, so there's no issues at all. We'll see you as we're getting ready. Alright, so we are on our way to plow that large grass field that we talked about in the last episode. We definitely do not need to have, we need to be on that side over there, that much grass. We're just, it's just too much grass. For now, we're never going to need that much grass. So because we're not going to need it, there's not much point in having so much grass, even though we do have the equipment to take care of it. But after all, we are going to need other things as a more urgent thing than grass itself. As you probably remember, I do have some bales here that I have not as yet collected, so we should have no issues. We have this field that I've just mowed it and actually just left it here thinking that I will come back, but we are not going to come back to that particular field. Okay, so create job, not follow me, boom, done, open. We'll do 3 headlands. We'll cut him down a bit, and we'll do this. And for once, he's going to be where I want him to be. That's unbelievable. Okay, so first hire worker, get rid of you. Boom, done. And that should give us some fertilization benefits if I remember correctly. We're going to need lime. Yep, we are going to deal with that, but we will deal with that after. And then we will plow this field. And I don't know, maybe just for the fun of it, I'll put a field over here. You know, I could easily put a field up here, but it would just be too square. What if I put a field sort of maybe starting from here, coming around here, and I don't know, I may even go up to down here and then come up to here somewhere. We do have all our olive trees and tunnels and maple and all that nonsense, all that stuff down here. But as you remember, we have a road here, so I may just hug the road a little bit and come this way, just to create something a little bit different. But anyway, we'll let him do his work. There's our field of weeds. As you remember, and I'm sure you know if you're playing Farming Simulator, that if you plow, you don't have to worry about weeds. So we get double the benefits here. Alright, I'll do a little bit of a time lapse, not too long, and I'll see when it's all done. Alright, so we're down to 1 grass field for now, which is not a problem. I think we'll have enough grass to just of that field for quite a long time, especially with all the grass that we already have. I don't think we need to worry about grass for a while. So I'll finish plowing this field. We'll decide on what to put on it after. And yeah, something more exciting is going to be on this field than just plain old grass. Anyway, we're getting close to this episode, towards the end of it. That's a nice view on that tractor. I like the tires on this tractor. That's the only reason that I got this tractor, because of those tires. So yeah, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for choosing to spend some time on my channel. You know, I look forward to reading your comments. It'd be nice if you got to this point in my on my videos that you know, it'd be nice if you say hello. You know, that's a good choice if you choose to do so, of course. So have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family. And we'll see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye-bye. Alright, so he's finished rolling our potatoes. Now he's rolling our, I was going to say canola. I don't know why I keep saying canola. Our oats. So I've set Courseplay up to do this. And I'm going to let our new tractor do that. And then I'll obviously set him up to do this other field. And yeah, we're sort of doing 1,000 jobs at the moment at the time. So hopefully we'll be able to remember what we've done and have not done. Good looking tractors, this fence, huh? Alright, we'll let him do some work. I may catch you up as we go along with all these fields that need to be rolled. Alright, so we're down to our last field of plowing. We're going to plow these weeds in. And we have our rocks switched off, so we're not going to have a rock issue at all, I hope. So this is going to be the last field of plowing for this season anyway. And hopefully this will mean, well, not hopefully, it will mean that we will not have to come back and spray these weeds to be killed. So yeah, unless they've changed that in the update. Because that's what I'm wondering, how come I got weeds on the other field? I'm pretty sure I plowed it. Now that's put a spanner in the works if it's done that, but we'll find out. Now again, I'm not really going to record all this. You have seen me now plow quite a few fields just in this episode. It's going to be quite a bit of field work, so yeah, just thought I'd sort of start it up and then I'll see you as we go along.